Action News at 11 with Jim Gardner, Gary Papa, and Cecily Tynan.
Action News, Delaware Valley's leading news program, with Sally Ann Mosey, Phil Andrews, and Rob Jennings.
Sunday night, the big story in Action News is the South Jersey residents whose lives have been ravaged by an apartment fire. Flames destroyed several apartments on West Main Street in Penns Grove, Salem County, just after noon today. At least 3 people were injured and rushed to the hospital. Sarah Bloomquist is live at the scene with the very latest on the fire. Sarah?
Rob, at this moment, a 27-year-old woman who lives here is unaccounted for, although firefighters found no reason to believe she died in this blaze. However, a second woman in her 30s was taken to the hospital with severe burns, and a firefighter also went to the hospital to get checked out. Firefighters spent about 6 hours here on the scene. Representatives of the arson unit and the prosecutor's office were also here at the scene looking for clues, trying to figure out how this blaze broke out up on the second floor.
It just got out of hand.
Firefighters arrived on the scene and found this: heavy smoke, flames leaping from the aging apartment building here on Main Street in Penns Grove. Most of the people who live here got out. One woman was rescued by police officers who rushed into the burning building and pulled her to safety.
Myself and another officer, Officer Johnson, were able to make entry into the apartment and able to pull Miss Jones out. She was lying approximately 6 feet within. The heavy smoke and flames were present at the time.
One firefighter suffered smoke inhalation and possible electrical shock. And then firefighters got word that another woman might be trapped inside, but they couldn't find her.
We looked 7 times. We've moved every bit of debris out of the apartment and can't find her. The doors were locked from the inside. It's really confusing.
Family members identified the missing woman as 27-year-old Tawanda Rodriguez.
So we don't know if she actually was in there or was she not in there. So we just sitting here hoping and praying that she's not in there.
Now, family members last saw Rodriguez at about 3 o'clock this morning. For all we know, she's just somewhere else right now. The woman who was rescued, she's in her 30s. She did suffer severe burns, and she's listed in serious condition. Live in Penns Grove, Salem County, I'm Sarah Bloomquist, Channel 6 Action News. Rob?
Thank you, Sarah. Police have just released the name of the man who was killed in an overnight hit-and-run in Germantown. He was 27-year-old Brockeen Smith. It happened in the southbound lanes of Roosevelt Boulevard near the Berkeley Street on-ramp. A car struck a pedestrian and kept on going. The second car swerved to avoid the victim and crashed through a guardrail. That driver had only minor injuries. Police say the hit-and-run car might be a dark gray Dodge Intrepid. A viewing in Fort Washington today for a police officer who was killed in a traffic accident last week. Mourners came to pay respects to Sergeant James Miller of Upper Dublin. The 28-year-old veteran of the department died Tuesday morning when his unmarked SUV collided with something and then rolled over, throwing him out of the vehicle. Sergeant Miller was 55 years old. He leaves behind a wife, 2 grown children, and 2 grandchildren. A woman is hospitalized. A man not as seriously hurt. Their car knocked down a traffic light and then plowed into a restaurant. It happened at 11th and Spruce in Center City just before 4 this morning. Police say the impact from hitting the building knocked the car up into the air and it landed on a fire hydrant. The car and the Stellar restaurant have considerable damage. A woman in the car was seriously hurt. A man who was driving was not hurt as badly. Police say alcohol might have been a factor in this one. A roadside bomb exploded next to an American Humvee in East Baghdad today. It killed 1 U.S. soldier and then sparked a gun battle that left some Iraqi children dead. The troops evacuated the slain soldier, and when they returned to retrieve the burned vehicle, they saw children taking things from it, and that is when gunmen on rooftops opened fire. Our troops returned fire. When it was over, several of the children were reportedly among the dead. Still to come on Action News tonight, Phil Andrews with the Eagles trading away a starter. Cecily Tynan is here for Sally Ann Mosey with an AccuWeather warm-up when Action News continues.
Hey, Max, great party. But won't you get caught?
No, I have them all the time.
How do you get away with it?
Tidy cats.
Ew. Actually, some of your friends are messy.
No, Tidy Cat's cat litter. It's formulated for multiple cat homes and a few extra cats they might not know about. They're home early. Everyone out! they'll never know.
Tidy cats. Multiple strength for multiple cats.
Where'd everybody go?
Smart. After we tell you that the Odyssey from Honda has been named by IntelliChoice as the best overall value in its class for 2004, and after we point out that the Odyssey received a 5-star crash test safety rating, there's really only one thing left to do. Offer an irresistible lease, of course. Smart. Very smart. For a limited time, lease an Odyssey EX with a rear entertainment system for $259 a month for 24 months.
At Delta Dental, we've always thought it was better to stick to one thing and do it really well. So dental is all we do. Not fire, not theft, not auto, life, or even medical insurance. Just the best group dental plans. Ask your employer or benefits advisor about Delta Dental. We keep you smiling.
Phil's here with sports, and the Eagles say goodbye to a starter today.
Yeah, and you can see this one coming, Rob. The writing was indeed on the wall. The one thing we have found out about the Eagles during Andy Reid's tenure is that the franchise does not and will not tolerate negativity toward the organization. Of course, Jeremiah Trotter found out the hard way, and today, so did lineman John Welborn. You see, just 2 days after questioning Coach Reid in some of his recent drafts, Welborn was traded to the Kansas City Chiefs in exchange for a 5th-round pick in this year's draft and a 4th-round pick in next year's draft. Welborn, a 4th-round pick out of Cal in 1999, started 56 games for the Eagles during his tenure here with the Birds. Of course, coming up tonight on Action News 11, we'll tell you about their entire draft from this weekend, and we'll once again reintroduce you to their #1 draft pick, Shawn Andrews. The Flyers have won all 4 home playoff games at the Wachovia Center this year and look to make it 5 tonight when they continue their playoff set with the Toronto Maple Leafs. For more on tonight's game, we head on down line on the Extra Cam to my good man, Jack Brayboy. And Jack, a little preview tonight, what's cooking at the Wac?
Yes, indeed. And I know what, if you weren't there, you'd rather be here because I know how much you indeed love playoff hockey, Phil Andrews. We're right here in the tunnel. We're literally just minutes before this game is going to kick off here at the Wachovia Center. And first piece of news as far as the Flyers are concerned, Kim Janssen will not play tonight. He tried it out. He's got the problem with his broken finger, the finger on his right hand. He will not play tonight. As far as the rest of the Flyers are concerned, we caught up with them just before they arrived here today. Can we take a look at Robert Esch? He has played sensationally as far as the Flyers are concerned in this playoff series. And as far as the rest of the playoff series is concerned, the Flyers know that in game 1, they stole 1. They know that the Maple Leafs have to win 1 tonight.
For us, every single game is one of its own, and we prepare for their best as well as they got to prepare for ours. So the past, like I said, is irrelevant, and so is the future. Today's the day we got to do it, and this is a big game for us today.
Let's play off hockey, and they're down 1 game, and they're probably going to try to throw their best game at us and go back home with 1 win in the bag and try to win over there. You know what I mean? So it's definitely a big game for us too.
Now on the Maple Leafs front, Matt Sundin, who you see right here, he will play tonight. He's a very key factor in terms of what the Maple Leafs have to do when they come onto the ice. Joey Nieuwendyk, though, will not play tonight. He did not make the trip. As far as the Flyers are concerned, they know that tonight is a big game in order to separate themselves 2-0 against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Live from a very busy Wachovia Center, Jack Brayboy, Channel 6 Action News.
All right, Jack, thank you very much. Of course, we'll see more from Jack tonight at post-game reaction plus highlights of Game 2.
And coming up, Cecily Tynan and AccuWeather when Action News returns.
Abby Tugwell was putting her 11-week-old daughter to bed when a drunk driver plowed through the wall.
Thank God my daughter and our granddaughter weren't in this room.
Now, Extreme Makeover Home Edition is coming to the rescue. But the demolition team is speeding out of control.
This is very, very bad. This could be the one that we actually don't finish.
Our perfect record is on the line as we race to rebuild one baby's future.
But I do not know what's going to happen.
All new Extreme Makeover Home Edition, 8/7 Central ABC tonight.
Nicely equipped. This ain't about some extra buttons, people. It's about Sirius CD sound systems, road-tuned suspensions, 16-valve engines. That's equipped with a capital E. The 2004 Grand Am SE, the new power of Pontiac. That's fuel for the soul.
Qualified lessees now lease a Grand Am SE for around $199 a month with nothing due at signing. Tax, title, license, and dealer fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Call for details. See your local Pontiac dealer.
Imagine a washer and dryer from Whirlpool that can handle up to 16 pairs of jeans in a single load and dry them faster than you ever thought possible. The Duet washer and dryer, now available at Lowe's. Select your Duet pair and take one home today, or have them delivered tomorrow. That's the Lowe's Appliance Advantage.
Use your Lowe's card and pay nothing for 12 months on all purchases of $2.99 or more.
New state assistance helped Varda Shamban build her business. New job training helped Jorge Gonzalez grow with his company. And a new commitment to education means some of the best schools in America are right here in New Jersey.
New state incentives, new training, and the most new jobs in the Northeast. If you're looking to build your business, find out what's new in New Jersey.
Cecily Tynan's here for Sally Ann Mosey tonight and the forecast for the last week of April, believe it or not.
And we're ending the weekend with some showers moving in, some April showers. Storm Tracker 6 Live showing nothing around the region right now, but some showers have moved through Harrisburg. They should be arriving about 8:30, and you definitely want the umbrella for tonight. Today, a lot of clouds, a little bit of some light rain, cloudy, kind of dark at the Jersey Shore. Right now, officially in Philadelphia, 52 degrees, humidity 63%, barometer 30.23. It's falling, wind southeast at 15, the ocean temperature 49. Action radar along with satellite 6 showing a lot of clouds around today, a little bit of light rain, but we're tracking this warm front that'll be moving through later on tonight. And what this will do is bring us a period of rain. It'll also usher in warmer temperatures tomorrow, but then we have that cold front, that batch of rain, that'll be moving in tomorrow. So tomorrow will be a little bit on the wet side, but not quite as chilly as today. So the call from AccuWeather, rainy days and Mondays always get me down. We'll have both tomorrow. Today's high only 60 degrees. Many areas stayed in the 50s through the day. Our morning low 49. In Allentown right now 47, Reading 54, Wilmington 54, Wildwood 52, and Trenton only 48. Center City 52, Camden 50, the Northeast 49, outside our studio 51. The exclusive AccuWeather 5-day forecast, clouds with some rain tonight, overnight low down to 48 tomorrow. A lot of clouds, warmer than today though, 66, but periods of rain, not an all-day rain, but on and off rain through the day. Could get some thunderstorms late in the afternoon as a cold front moves through. Tuesday, most of the day should be dry. Clouds, some sunshine, 64. Could see a thunderstorm late in the day, though. Wednesday, partly sunny, dry weather returns, 64. Thursday, breezy and warm, 74 degrees, partly sunny skies. And Friday looking pretty nice, sunny and warmer with a high of 78 degrees. So we started the weekend with some rain. We'll be ending it with some rain, but then as the week wears on, warmer and more sunshine.
Okay, thank you, Cecily. America's Funniest Home Videos is next here on Channel 6. Action News will be back at 11. For Cecily Tynan, Sally Ann Mosey, Phil Andrews, the entire Action News team, I'm Rob Jennings. Have a good evening. We'll look for you at 11.
From Channel 6, this has been Action News, the most watched news program in the Delaware Valley. When you see news happening, call the Action News tip line toll-free at 866-NEWS-6 or call one of our Action News regional bureaus in Trenton, Wilmington, or the Jersey Shore.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Verizon Communications.
Mandatory jail time. That's the law the second time you're arrested for drunk driving. Unless you're rich and get special treatment from Montgomery County DA Bruce Castor. Castor allowed one very rich DUI criminal to serve his mandatory jail time at a Connecticut retreat described as a paradise, complete with chauffeur service. Then Castor received a $500,000 political contribution from this very same repeat criminal. Was Castor bought off? What do you think?
They said we'd never get criminal background checks for child care workers.
But we fought the bureaucracy and won.
Or teach values and good character in our public schools.
But we're almost there.
Allison Schwartz.
In Congress, I'll work towards quality preschool for every child and fix the Bush No Child Left Behind law that shortchanges our local schools.
The right priorities.
I'm Allison Schwartz, and I approve this message because I know we can make a difference on education.
She already does.
For Republicans whose goal is to re-elect the president, this primary boils down to Pat Toomey versus George Bush. President Bush strongly supports Arlen Specter because Arlen Specter will help carry Pennsylvania, which will be critical to President Bush's re-election.
I'm here to say it as plainly as I can. Arlen Specter is the right man for the United States Senate.
Honor President Bush's request by supporting Arlen Specter for U.S. Senate.
I'm Arlen Specter, and I approve this message.
Ellen Bard's record. Bard refused to support making President Bush's income tax cuts permanent. But in the legislature, Bard said yes to a pay raise and then voted to increase her pension by 50%. We need a leader in Congress we can count on. Melissa Brown. The Daily News, U.S. Chamber of Commerce, and 37 other organizations say Melissa Brown is the right choice in the Republican primary. They're right. Melissa Brown for Congress.
I'm Melissa Brown, and I approve this message.
No one could protect her. 11:35 tonight.